we talk about, especially today, with a lot of authors have pointed out that even our passions and our desires are disordered, even as believers. And that part of the process Paul talked about it, where being self-aware of our whole self and the work that we pursue and the process of having those passions and those desires and even knowing what our giftedness is a process and a discovery process to enter into. And I don't know if you want to add anything to that, Paul.
Yeah, in high school, we did what we call a cuter preference test. It was the precursor to Strong Campbell. And I came out very high on performance and very high on politics. And so I combined performance and politics and became a pastor. But I have done that SEMA test, and of course, a beautiful thing is, it said you'd make a great academic dean. When I was an academic dean, anyway. No, I think it's really true, but you know, my life looks crazy in that I've been a pastor, I've been a student counselor, I've been a carpenter, I've been a business person, I've been a professor, and now I'm self-employed. Yeah. And you say, oh man, this guy's really mixed up. Yeah. And to some extent, I am. You know, my wife has noted that every 4 years I change jobs. And yet I've been at Regent since 1985. And I keep asking, how come I survived so long? And you know why? I'm an entrepreneur, I'm very creative. It was a context in which I could keep reinventing myself.
Which is rare.
Which is rare.
Which is rare.
It was a context in which I could. Yeah. So there's a common thread in my life all the way through, and it is the desire to integrate faith with life.
Yeah.
And I've done that by teaching, I've done that by pastoring, I've done that by being a student counselor, I've done it by working, I've done that by being in business, and I've done it most recently in the academic context. But I hate just academics, and one of the things I love to do is to take people into businesses and learn in context.
That's great.
Yeah, I had a friend that worked at the highest levels in Washington, D.C. In fact, for a while he was head of the Food and Drug Administration, FDA. He was a rear admiral, various other things. But he used to say, and I'm not saying that this should be a norm for you, but he said that every 5 years he changed his job, because after about 5 years they put you in a box that this person is that, and they don't really incorporate all of your giftedness. So it's incredible that you were able to reinvent yourself and be able to expand your horizons within your job. And obviously that's the president and the leadership that'll let you do that.
Yeah,
so that's amazing.
That's great.